Everyone. It's the best cleric in the world. Not really Kakashi, but yeah. So I just kind of thought I'd use my um, in-game name as my channel title thing for now on. But whatever. So I just want to talk about my history on Fiesta. Um, hmm. Where do I start? Okay. So I believe this is the 5th grade or 6th grade, and I'm bored out of my mind, and I'm sitting at the family computer. This is before I got my first computer for myself. So I'm sitting at the family computer downstairs, and I'm sitting there and I don't know what to do, and I'm bored, and I played RuneScape before that. I don't know if how many of you know that, but I played RuneScape before I played Fiesta for a long time, and I was pretty bored of it. So I'm like, what to do, what to do, what to do. And for some reason, I thought WoW was the only game out there with good graphics. And generally, I don't like play-to-play games because most of the play-to-play games aren't good enough for what you have to pay for. So, I just typed in best free MMO RPG or best free game or something along those lines, and this came up. I'm like, alright. And, you know, I learned how to use a computer pretty early on. Probably by the time I was 8, I could get myself around Microsoft Word. I could install programs pretty smoothly, like, the basics. And by the time I was 10, I could do almost anything I wanted to with the computer. That's, within reach of a 5th or 6th grader. So I came to the Outspark site, and I believe this is like right after Fiesta came out, after the beta. So, or after the few betas they had. So I made an account, and the launcher was pretty, buggy. And what I was on RuneScape for a long time was I was like a melee person. I don't know why I thought it was so cool. So I thought taking it to a new level and becoming something along the lines of a range type thing would be better. So the first character I made was an archer. I think it was Biju or Bijo or whatever the server's called, and I used that. I can't even remember what email I used it for, but I played on it, and I was actually having a lot of fun. I think I got it to I think level 18 or 19, and that's not bad for first time playing a new game outside of RuneScape for, somewhat of a long time. And back then the cap was like either 59 or 69, one of those two. So I just started playing, and I found out that the game was actually pretty fun. So one day, it was like a Saturday morning at 9 or 10 o'clock, and I called my friend up. I don't remember who, but I called my friend. I'm like, dude, and he's one of those friends from school that you hang out with a couple kids sometimes that play games too. And he was one of those friends from school who played games, and I'm like, dude, you gotta play, this is fun. So, in my mind, this is like World of Warcraft, but 10 times better, and, in some ways it is better than World of Warcraft, in some ways not. They're pretty even, in my opinion. So, I called my friend up, I'm like, dude, you gotta play this. He's like, no, I can't, man, my parents won't let me download any games. I'm like, fuck. So, I'm on this on my own. And, I played, and then a couple days later, for some reason, the launcher was bugged. So I couldn't play. So I tried reinstalling it, and I must have forgotten my password, because this was over the course of a few weeks. I didn't log on at all. And I must have forgotten my password or something, because I didn't log on for a couple weeks. And I logged on to, I mean, not logged on, but registered a new account. and I started a fighter on Abilene, and I got him to 20, and this is using the account I have now. I got him to like, 18, 19, or 20, and I found out that a fighter was kind of a hard job to be. I didn't really like it at the time, so in RuneScape there's no healers really. So for some reason I thought the idea of a cleric was bad. So I logged on, I mean not logged on, but I went to create character, and I noticed that I was pretty familiar of the general idea except for cleric. And I was totally clueless on them. I didn't know much about them, if anything. All I knew was they have a hammer or a mace or something, and they hit people. I didn't even know they heal people. And once I made him, I got him to like level 10, and then I realized that the reason that every now and again, if you see this green number, 776, that was a heal thing, I noticed my HP would sometimes go up in the town. I'm like, who is healing me? So I found out that those were healers, and I made the, I got the character to level 10, then I kept going on Teva, or Tiva, whatever, and I kept going, and eventually got him to, level 30s or 40s, and by that time, I was pretty into the game. I knew my way around most of the cities for my level. I could give you advice on any quest for that level. I knew how to do the job change for every class. For level 20, of course, not for level 60. So, I was one of those people who did do quests, but I didn't do them as much as most people did. I'm one of those people who likes to grind. For some reason, I just like that. I've always have. Even in RuneScape, I only did quests once in a while. So, grinding gives you a lot of money. It really does. In 70 Abyss, that's a really good place for it. You can probably get somewhere between 3 and 4 gold a day, depending what class you are. If I grinded, from 9 o'clock in the morning till maybe 10 o'clock at night, or 11 o'clock at night, taking a break or two, of course, for some, 2 breaks for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes each, I could probably get about 3 gold, 4 gold maybe, and I could do that level 55 or 56 or so. And as you get higher level, you get less XP, but you kill them faster. So I figured, well, I'll just keep grinding here until I hit whatever level, and I'll take that amount of money to go buy new gear. And that was actually a good idea, because while everyone else was, off leveling, in the blink of an eye, I was sitting here in a solo room, not in this Abyss, in the 70 Abyss, with all the Trumpies and stuff. I was sitting in the 70 Abyss, grinding and getting all the drops and NPCing the drops that no one buys, and then I would end up with a shit ton of money. So I took into consideration that I may be doing the actual smart thing or the really dumb thing. And I found out that if you're going to grind, at least do it somewhere that gives decent XP. And the Abyss is, a fairly decent place to do that. And they almost always, the Abyss gives good drops. So I just kind of stayed there for a long time. I probably grinded in the 70 Abyss till I was like level 73 or 74. Then I realized that the XP was getting harder and harder. So I went to the 80 Abyss. That was a joke. They take forever to kill. I can kill a monster in level 90 Abyss faster than I can kill one in 80 Abyss. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Plus, these guys give usually between 9,800 and 1,100. I mean, 9,800 XP and 11,000 XP, or 9,800 XP and 11,000 XP. So, plus they give good drops. I've gotten a few weapons from them that I've sold, and I took the mats that I can NPC. I NPC them. I took the mats that people buy, and I sold them to people and whatnot. And then eventually, uh, you know, I just worked my way up and got more money, and then I bought the gear I have now, and I have I still have a level 66 helmet. Why? Because I can never find an 86 helmet with good stats. So I'm just stuck here until I find one with more than 20 endurance. I just noticed I haven't buffed myself. What a noob. Oh well, I was paying attention to talking in this, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. But I have an 80 plus 10 hammer, a plus 9 top, a plus 9 shield, plus 9 pants, and boots with a good amount of endurance. And some pretty good endurance rings and an auto pickup pad from the Christmas event. So I figured I was set for a long time. I figured that if I can keep going at the rate I'm going, I'm going to be one of the best with some of the best gear, and I could probably even tank a boss. I figured by the time I'm level 110, I might be able to tank Helga on my own with maybe one other healer. So, but fighters are better tanks, of course, but I figured I might be able to tank Helga with maybe one other healer. And I may be right for all I know by the time I'm level 110. I'm not sure. But for now, I'm doing this. So, I want to talk about also how I worked my way up. I created this channel in January 2008. I did not think I would be where I am right now. I got a lot of views from one of them being that video of mine, how to detect a keylogger, and I've probably saved a lot of people's asses on that. So I got maybe 13,000, 14,000 views from that. Then another video that helped was about the Fiesta private servers videos. Those got me about another 6,000. Then all my Fiesta videos for regular Fiesta, Outspark Fiesta, probably got me a good somewhere between 15 and 20,000 views. And then all the other views were from just random videos I made about whatever. So I have about 60 something thousand right now. I'm not sure. I think I have like 69,000. And then, you know, as I worked my way up, I used Fiesta as a thing, as an attention getter. At the same time, something fun, you know? So, I just kept using that as a way to get views and a way to attract people's attention. And, yeah. So, by the time I was level 70-ish, that's when my YouTube channel started working its way up. And after that, you know, I just created however many videos, maybe 1 or 2 a week, to update people who actually watch. I don't know how many people really watch my videos on a daily basis. If you do, tell me in a comment, because I would just like to know. But it would be kind of interesting to know, actually, how many people watch my videos on a daily basis. I'm sure most of my views are just from people coming across this video randomly somehow, looking for videos about the game. So after you know, 2009 or so, when 2010 started, I tried focusing on my YouTube channel more than the game, and that kind of helped me. It kind of didn't. I stopped making a bunch of Fiesta videos, so yeah. A lot of my videos, a lot of my video views came from this guy Incinera. I don't know if he plays anymore. He was a level 70-something mage, and we used to go to 60 Abyss, and, you know, we'd level, well, not him, but mostly me. I would probably get about 30k a mob, and between level 50 and 60, you don't usually need more than a few mil. So think about it, 30k a mob, 1 mob a minute. That's 6 times 3. That's like basically 1.8 mil an hour if you keep a steady pace. So I leveled up pretty fast from that. And then I met a lot of people, over the course of time, a few people on YouTube, whatnot, and it came to mind that I was starting to get big. When I felt big on Fiesta, when I felt like I had made an achievement, is when I got the HP buff, aka Endure. You get that level 47. And when before I got this skill, I was like, okay, this is just another skill, no big. But when I actually learned it and I put it on myself, I'm like, I can do this on my own. I don't have to go into a city and ask for a buff, or if I don't have to ask a cleric for a buff. I can have my own buff, and I felt like kind of geeky, but whatever. I felt like I spent enough time to call myself a gamer for this game. And, Fiesta is probably the game I stuck with the most. It's almost like they put freaking nicotine in here. I'm serious, like, I played, since 5th, 6th, or, yeah, somewhere between 5th and 6th grade. That's basically 4.5 years. Almost 5. And, that shows that I've sticked with it for a long time, and I haven't given up. I've taken breaks. I've told myself I'm done, because the grinding takes forever sometimes, and it's really, you need a lot of patience occasionally, but I always found myself, like, a week later or so, clicking that icon and typing in my password. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this again, am I? And then, within an hour or so, I start talking to people, and they're like, dude, what happened? I'm like, I just need a break. I'm like, yeah, well, I need those too sometimes. But no one takes them, like, once a year like me. Or, actually, I take a break probably from this game probably about once every year and a half. Yeah, that sounds about right. For usually about a week. Maybe a little bit more. So, then, after I got to 80, I felt like I was, making a real accomplishment. And over the course of time, I've noticed that the more I play the game, the more I like it. And I think it's going to stay that way. So, in conclusion of this video, thanks for watching, guys. I would like you to like it, or thumbs up it, and, comment it, say something constructive, or praise me, I guess, whatever, and favorite it if you want, and subscribe, please, because I'll have more videos on Fiesta. So thanks for watching, guys. It's Trixiscool429, aka Master Kakashi, and please don't make fun of my name. Okay, I made this when I was like 10, and I do not watch Naruto anymore. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad show to watch, I'm just saying it got boring for me. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.